So, Hayden, we went to react to the third Nintendo Direct, but we realized that suddenly we existed in a post-Wii U world when it didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
And we missed something. We missed the Nintendo Live E3 press conference at 2011, because they were still doing them for a few years after they invented the Direct. Realizing we couldn't just miss the fucking announcement of the Wii U, we decided that for the third reaction, instead of reacting to Direct number 3, we're doing the Nintendo Live E3 press conference 2011.
Correct. We need some context before we just dive into one of the most important Nintendo Directs of all time.
Yeah, because we started it and we're like, wait a second, Reggie's just now talking about the Wii U? Like, don't you have to introduce it first? And we're like, oh shit, right, it was a live thing.
Yeah.
So, anyway, here we go in a 3, 2, 1. Okay. So we listened to the first minute of this a few times, just trying to get technical stuff figured out. And it starts with a pretty epic Zelda concert.
It does.
We're gonna get
just making sure I'm synced up. Pretty good. Good enough.
I'm at 25 seconds.
Yeah, I'm like just a frame or two behind.
Okay, well, it's good enough. We're showing Zelda 2?
Yeah, they're showing it. Yeah, it's funny with the bezels. It looks like it did when I tried playing it on the 3DS.
Nice.
Oh, we're going into the artwork.
Oh, hell yeah. That's some iconic Zelda artwork. The Master Sword and the Forest art.
This is like pre-Zelda's 25th Symphony, or did they just bring in the 25th Symphony for this?
This would have been the year of the 25th Symphony.
Yeah, this would be before it kicked off, I think.
This is probably them announcing it. Did you go to any of that?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, me either. I definitely listened to, the music they put out, though, a few times, though. Do you know what I was really into? That,
what?
Looking back was, the dumbest shit ever? The dubstep Zelda remixes.
Oh, yeah, dude, I remember those.
Remember those? They have, 50 million views or some shit.
Yeah.
Here it is, the best Zelda. I'm kidding. I'm not a Gen Zer who thinks that it's the best Zelda. All this culminating in what?
Yeah.
Because wasn't Skyward Sword already out? Oh? Oh, I thought it was over. No, they're still going.
This is some of the... I love the Zelda's Lullaby coming in here.
This is like when people were still getting to their seats.
Twilight Princess scene.
I really like this Xbox background they have.
Yeah, for real. Doesn't this
On
look
the
like
stage.
Peak 360?
Yeah.
Spoilers! Spoilers!
They went on stage right after Microsoft. Still hadn't changed it.
Classic. And they're using the 3DS version. Understandably, that would have just launched.
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah, really, because, E3 in the summer, I believe it came out, in May?
It was a summer game, I remember that.
I had such a good time with that game on the 3DS, man. That was my first time playing through it myself.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I still haven't beaten the N64 version myself. That's part of why I started streaming it that one time.
I don't remember how old I was when the first game I remember playing was Ocarina of Time, believe it or not.
Really?
My mom would go to our neighbor's house to smoke weed, and he had an N64 in Zelda, which must have been brand new at the time because I was only 3. And yeah.
Moving into Skyloft, I'm liking this. I wonder if we're gonna hear some Skyward music.
I would always force him to turn me into the kid because I didn't like playing as the adult.
I also prefer Kid Link. I prefer Young Link and Smash Bros, for example.
I mean, now I don't really, when I was 3.
Just back then.
It was scary playing as the adult.
This is also before Skyward Sword launched, so this is pretty crazy.
Was it? It was before?
Yeah, Skyward Sword launched in November. I remember because I had pre-ordered it, and I went to the GameStop that I pre-ordered it at. Didn't do a midnight launch, which was lame, but I got there as soon as they opened.
Nice.
Because it was a GameStop in the mall, and I was like, yeah, I should have done a standalone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the
This was
creator
a good
of the Legend
intro
of
to
Zelda,
E3, honestly.
Shigeru
I remember when
Miyamoto.
Smash on 3DS came out. The next morning, I pulled up the GameStop, and there was just like 20 cars awkwardly in front of the GameStop, all of us waiting for it to open.
Here he is.
Oh my god, wow, they actually brought Miyamoto to this.
Yeah, he's looking good. That's a very cool tie.
I mean, this is a big day. They announced the Wii
Hello,
U.
everyone,
Yeah.
and welcome. Zelda. It sure does bring back memories.
Sure does.
Okay.
My baby
I'd
boy.
like to ask Mr. Bill Toynen from Nintendo of America to translate for me once again this year.
Here's the man, the myth, the legend, Bill Trenton. What a cool job he has.
Okay.
Yeah.
去年はね、
So
スーパーマリオの
last year
25周
was the
年。
25th anniversary of the Super Mario Brothers series.
で今年は
Yes.
ゼルダ
This
の
year
25
is
周
the
年。
25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda.
8ビットのね
Dang,
DS
it's been almost 15 years since this
game.
happened.
See, this is why you need to do a 25,000 special instead of 20,000. They didn't celebrate the 20ths like this.
音楽も
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So
You're right.
has the music.
25th is like, quarter century
At the end of the
human
performed
number.
by the orchestra today
Yeah.
毎日
was
仕
the
事で
theme
僕はずっ
song
と
for
聞い
The
てるん
Legend
で
of
すね
Zelda Skyward Sword.
I gotta say,
To hearing
it's
it at
kind
work
of
every day
harder
now. To
to
hear it performed by an orchestra
like they're both
this
at kind of the same volume.
in a hall like this is exhilarating.
ゼルダの伝説にはねこの音楽が欠かせなく
Now,
て
music is an indispensable piece
Yeah,
of The
this is
Legend of
a
Zelda.
he's doing a really good job, Bill is. I just feel like the audio, it's kind of tough to do this kind of thing live.
Or are helped
Yeah,
by
live
fairies.
translations are always
Those
kind of
are
awkward.
created
Yeah,
by
because
the
like on the
music
directs when they
of
do
the
this, they really lower the volume of the Japanese speaker, so like it's very
Yeah.
easy to understand the
instrument is
English.
an important item in each of his quests.
I don't know what they're saying for the record. I can't hear them.
本物の
But since we
I
have
can
a
barely hear him too. That's kind of why I'm talking.
せっかく
very
なので
talented one,
この効
I
果
think
音
we
を
should ask them to play some of these songs.
Oh, is
live
this
for
the
us.
infamous? They're trying to make Skyward Sword work live.
gotta
No,
be.
that was 2010, right?
Well, it's gotta be this, right? 'Cause the game's not out yet.
It's not out yet, but I feel like they
Yeah,
would
but
have demoed it
Miyamoto's here.
before.
Like, this has to be the moment. When else?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the year before.
That feels nice.
いいですね
Well, Skyward Sword was delayed.
箱開けてみましょう
Next,
Was
how
it?
about opening
Yeah.
a treasure chest?
アイテム
Like all
Pretty
big
sure.
games were. Remember when Nintendo would just delay every single game?
Yes, and then every Nintendo fan online always posting that Miyamoto quote.
Yeah.
A delayed game is eventually good. Well,
the
sometimes
Switch-
they're also
How
bad.
about the melody
The Switch
from
era all
Fairies?
kind of put a stop to that, right? Like, they kind of hit the targets now.
They kind of do.
Metroid notwithstanding.
Yeah. Well, that one was passed between multiple studios was the issue there.
Yeah.
It was going to be a Bandai Namco game, and then they didn't like what they were making, and so they were like, we're going to just start from scratch.
じゃあまた元気が出たところでもう一
I
回
do wonder, I wonder if we'll ever see what that game was and what it was going to look like.
Nope. Hell no.
This one with the full orchestra.
They don't want that getting out.
Getting an item.
This is kind of a dumb way to do your press
Yeah.
conference.
Oh,
Miyamoto wants to hear what it sounds like when you get an item.
there we go.
We didn't practice that. There we go. Alright, that was adorable. The way he was like...
Oh, I see it's not a tie, it's just his shirt.
気持ちいいですね本当
Yeah, he's going no
あ
tie.
りがとうございます
That's kind of cool.
今日の今の曲皆さん全部わか
Do
る
we think he's well dressed in real life?
ですねこの時代になっても
I have to
Yeah.
thank all of you for
Yeah.
remembering these simple.
You ever see the old interview where they interview a bunch of Nintendo employees in the early 90s and they had to wear a fucking uniform?
I thought dude, what I wouldn't give to have like that uniform, like the jumpsuits they all wore.
まず皮切りに
That's so... What the I can't believe they made him do that.
That's so sick, dude. I wish I had one so bad.
Well, yeah, but like, as a piece of memorabilia, sure, but like, at the same time,
Available as the first
as a
title.
company, the fact that they made him do that is so silly.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but I mean, I had to wear a uniform every job I've worked practically, and other than the office jobs, but you still have to kind of wear a uniform.
This
It's
was
just
an
the
office
uniform is
job.
like khakis and a button down.
Now, this is a game that we created.
Yeah, but they looked like they worked in an auto repair store. It was,
I know.
It was weird.
Honestly, I think it's really cool. I really do. I think it probably boosted morale and is a big part of the reason why their
did
games were
not.
so good.
It did not boost morale. I see that. They're Japanese, so they probably cared less, but still.
The Legend of Zelda 3D.
Yeah, Miyamoto's like, Daishimatsu, Daishimatsu. He's like, yep, I said next weekend. Yes, next weekend. I bet even Bill Trenton gets a little nervous when he's translating live in front of a huge audience for Miyamoto.
The graphics have been revamped.
Nah, he's good.
And it feels great.
Bill's a pro.
There's a new sense of realism.
He is a
when you're
pro. I
riding
can't
on a
argue
horse
with you
through the
there.
Sweeping scenery of Hyrule.
So yeah, I wonder maybe Zelda 3DS was not quite out yet.
It was not. No, I don't think it would have been.
It was. I thought it was maybe June, July.
Well,
But
June is when the E3 happens.
yeah,
I
if
think
it was
came out in
July, then this wouldn't have been. I'm gonna check the date really
I think
quick.
it came out in July. I'd put money on July, actually. I'm like fairly certain that's when it
Next
was.
up, we have coming in September on Nintendo DSi.
Oh, we were talking about this recently. The Force
In
Swords.
North America,
Swords that we're going to make
it
available
came out on the 19th of June. So this was coming out like next week then.
Okay, I was wrong.
But you were right though that it was still after
Because
this.
is a four-player Zelda game.
Yeah, this is where they announced that they were giving away for the 25th
Four Swords.
anniversary the Four Swords.
I told you it was
Finally, we'll be
DSiWare,
launching
not
The Legend of
3DS.
Zelda Skyward Sword. This will be out
Because they just said
worldwide this
DSiWare.
holiday season
Oh,
for
okay.
Wii.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was on. You could play it on 3DS though.
Yes, but you could play all DSiWare on 3DS. It was
Yeah.
We're
DSiWare.
going to use
Yeah.
Wii Motion Plus to swing your sword, and it's also going to help make using.
Did you have a DSi?
simpler.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Not everyone got one because the DS Lite was such a perfect system.
There was an exclusive WarioWare DSiWare game that I had that would take pictures of you at like random intervals, and it would always freak out the people around me. Like, you're taking pictures of me?
Oh,
Like, no, the game's taking. I'm playing a game that's taking a picture of me, and
yeah.
it would happen like every 2 minutes.
I'm the one that's
So
fighting all of those battles.
You know what's funny? Yeah, this might really be it. This might be where they actually do the thing and it fucks
it has
up.
to be.
Yeah,
Like in
'cause that's the
2010, they
thing.
would have been talking about this.
This is the press conference that convinced them to move digital after this didn't
Yeah.
work. It's too risky.
Miyamoto probably cut somebody's head off after this.
They ask everyone to turn off their wireless devices jokingly, but come on.
Yeah.
It's like what Steve Jobs did.
And then, of course, because these are games, they have many elements that I think you need to play yourself to truly understand. So I hope you'll all
Dang,
play
like
both
on
The Legend
paper,
of
this is
Zelda
kind of
Ocarina of
action
Time
packed.
3D
We got
and
early
Skyward
3DS,
Sword
we
on
got
PS4 this week.
Skyward Sword. We know the Wii U's coming.
This is dragging, though.
Please play it.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like, this is just a little too much. Like,
This
they
is
could have,
filler.
they should have been done talking by now.
So, in honor of the
You know what I
25th
mean?
anniversary, we'd like to announce that
It's just the nature of live events, you know. They're not concise at all.
in each region around the world.
Yeah,
They got
12
an
minutes
hour
and
to-
45 seconds into this, though, and
They got an hour to fill, and doggone it, they're gonna fill it.
that's
So,
true.
Let's give a big round of applause for our orchestra
Please
today,
clap.
who's done a fantastic job.
They did do a really good job. I wonder if this was the inspiration for the orchestra.
Well,
Oh,
this
no, it
was-
is, it is. They're talking
Yeah, this
about the
literally is
symphony,
the
yeah.
fucking orchestra, isn't it?
They'll be happening in the fall, and you can look forward to more
Yeah,
announcements.
they're talking about it right here. They're like, you can
Yeah.
do music like this. Yeah,
It's just hard to hear them.
it was a tie-in.
Additionally, we're preparing 2 music CDs.
Yay.
First,
I have the CD. You know what's funny? I actually put it into my CD player in my car, and I was listening to it today.
made available
Ooh.
I had the Wind Waker one, part of that stuck in my head, and I was driving around, and I was like, you know what? I could just put this in, and I did. That's so funny.
the other CD that we're working on.
I'm sad I lost my Smash Bros. CD.
25th anniversary symphony.
Oh, I never had one.
Yeah, I got that, and I lost it.
The release
Dang.
of Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
So you can look forward to that.
I left it in my dad's car, one time, and I never saw it again.
We're also planning a number of other events and activities to celebrate the 25th anniversary beyond these, so you can look forward to more announcements later this year.
Look forward to more announcements. All right.
So, for the last 25 years, the Legend of Zelda series has been supported by an incredibly large development team.
This is so silly.
Just in terms
Like,
of
in a
Nintendo,
real
over
world,
200
like,
people
this
This
makes
is
no
way
sense
too
to have
long.
2 people. Like, it should just be Bill talking.
Exactly.
Like, why
I
is Miyamoto...
know, right? Like,
with such talented people.
Bill already knows the words too.
Yeah, like they rehearsed this. He's not fucking like Miyamoto. Can you repeat that? I didn't quite. Yeah, they're not doing that. Like Bill is reading from a script. Like he knows.
First is
That's what he's saying already.
Tezuka, one of my favorite developers.
And I've worked with Takashi Tezuka on the Super Mario and Zelda series.
There's Onuma. He's the reason Zelda sucks. Everything you hate about Zelda is his fault. His fault.
I don't believe. Like, I get what you're saying. A lot of people are Onuma haters. Koizumi though is well respected. A lot of people kind of think he's the next Miyamoto.
Of the Legend of Zelda series.
There's no such thing, but all right.
I know what you mean, but like as far as his role at Nintendo.
But what's most important in all of this?
He smokes in the office and asks people why they put that rock there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Miyamoto does. Yeah.
That's what he does. Yeah.
I know. Did you ever see that article about what he did when he first played Breath of the Wild?
What did he
Thank you
do?
very much.
Miyamoto. What do you think he did?
He berated somebody who put that rock there.
No, he just climbed trees for an hour.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, Breath of the Wild has some of the best trees in any video game I've ever seen. And they're everywhere, and you can see them from miles away, and you can climb up of them, and like some of them have birds' nests and secrets and Koroks. I love the trees in Breath of the Wild, and it does a really good job of like making the, like the opacity goes way down on the leaves and stuff, so you can still see around. They really nailed it. They nailed the trees in those games.
The
And the trees are varied. It's not just the same tree copy and pasted.
The Switch is a very distinct opacity. Like it's a weird mesh, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
it's
no other
whatever
system
engine
was
they're
like that.
using for all their games.
Yeah.
You know, for a while that
Ladies
engine
and
that they
gentlemen,
used was going to
please
be like
welcome Nintendo's global president,
Oh, that's loud.
Satoru Iwata.
Yeah, it got way loud for that.
All right, Satoru Iwata. Here we go.
Oh, here he is, the real guy.
The GOAT. Looking good.
Good morning. When we
Hell
launched
yeah.
Nintendo DS and Wii over the last several years,
This has got to be where the Wii U
a
comes
goal
in.
of
Yeah.
expanding the gaming population. And today, we have seen changes in
Does he pull it out of his jacket pocket again this time? The Wii U.
and most
Well, remember they famously don't even show the console because people
Oh,
were confused.
I don't remember
boundary
this.
that once divided
You didn't.
players
Well, this is like the
against
thing about the Wii U. Like infamously, they did not show the system
even
itself,
by gender
and people were
are starting
confused.
to be erased.
People just thought it was for the Wii.
But
I mean, nerds like me knew going in because it was rumors forever that they were going to announce the new system at this.
some
Yeah.
hardware is seen as appropriate for only the most active, passionate players.
Dude, I would have been
Like we,
jumping out of my
they
seat
seem to
if
attract a
I
large
cared when I was
number
watching,
of
like,
more casual
because I only watched this in retrospect. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't
You didn't watch
actually,
this at the time?
we
I
have
wasn't in at this point.
is a game platform
I was
I
on
would
the
s-
cusp of getting in.
equally
I would
satisfying
skip
for all
school to
players.
watch Nintendo Direct or like the E3 press
Yeah.
conferences. Because in New York, school doesn't get out yet. It's out in Florida by this time, but it's not out in New York yet. It's like the tail end of the school year,
Oh, dang.
but it's not out yet because we go a month later.
Ugh.
I will suggest two words:
Ugh.
deeper
Yeah,
and wider.
like you guys get out in May. We get out at the very end of June.
Provide
Dang, dude.
experiences than what even the most passionate gamer has realized before. And it will offer wider appeal to gamers, wider even than
Wider appeal to gamers. Okay.
Yeah,
And as you will begin
You
to
know,
understand
like if you're talking about the dimensions of the controller, it's pretty wide.
it is a wide controller.
in a different
And it did
It's a
have
wide
appeal.
load. I'm appealed to
we
it.
are
I like
going
it.
to leave the full details for a little later this morning.
Oh my god.
I wanted you to understand that for Nintendo, the goal of innovation is to serve every player, even though each brings to video games an individual
That's where they fucked up.
Yeah.
a personal passion and a distinct game.
They served this weird customer that didn't exist, like trying to make the Wii U this sort of like entertainment hub that's just kind of worse than every other console at being an entertainment hub, while also having a 480p DS screen display, but like blown up really big on the middle of their controller that also had to be plugged into the wall at the same time. It's kind of like I like the Wii U a lot. I owned one, but it is kind of like they really did fuck up.
Remember Nintendo TV?
Yes. Well, you know, I'm more partial to Nintendo Video, but on the 3DS.
Wait, are they
Also
announcing Mario
pretty
Kart
low.
8? Or that's the one for 3DS. This is 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just announced like the glider that was that. And they're like, wow, you can do that in Mario Kart?
That's not even at all what the game looks like. That's so funny.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty early on, I guess. Oh, this is just like, this stuff might be coming to 3DS, so get excited.
Oh man, that animation did look really good. I owned this game. I bought it day one.
This is such an odd screen. Like, what a weird proportion.
Yeah, this is weird. Super
This is
Mario
like-
3D Land. Oh,
this is
man,
like when you
it's
watch
so
it-
good.
This is like when you watch like an old Nickelodeon or Disney show and they have like a fake tablet that
Yeah,
is like
this is
not...
the Kids' Choice Awards, dude.
Yeah. Really
It's so
strange.
sterile.
Because those animations like don't even represent the games at all.
Yeah, they don't. I don't like this.
Oh, is that when they
Kid
announced
Icarus.
this?
Yeah. Except it looks
Okay.
nothing like Kid Icarus. Like, you can imagine that diehard Kid Icarus fan. Sure, they're still probably a little excited, but then they're like, wait, what is this game?
There were no diehard Kid Icarus fans when this was announced. I was
Aw.
there. Trust me.
Aww.
Hello.
It was one of those things where everybody's-
Kid Icarus and his
It was
Brooklyn
they
apartment.
dug deep for that one type moment.
Yeah.
And then it fucking got announced.
Luigi's Mansion.
I remember even I had to like pretend to be excited for Kid Icarus. I was like, yeah, that NES game that I don't like. Okay.
I was legitimately excited though.
Ladies
It
and
is funny,
gentlemen,
we're
please
doing all the
welcome
directs, but we're
President of
reacting to something
Nintendo
that's
of
before
America,
directs were a thing.
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Well, I mean, they
I have
did
to
two
remind
two-
myself, like when we watch the Kid Icarus stuff we've already seen, like, oh yeah, this was before that.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Look, we hear you. You want what you've always wanted.
Wait a second. This was
But you
before the
also
last
want
direct we reacted
something
to?
new.
Yeah.
You want to
Was that
play
February
things
2012 or
and things to
2011?
look like they
2012.
always have. But you want the
Oh.
buzz.
What about the first
of the new.
direct? When was
This is
that?
before the first direct.
You want comfortable, and you want surprise. Contradictions?
You're fucking...
I love Reggie just
They
telling
come
me
with
what
the
I
territory.
want.
Oh my god.
Here's what
Is
you
it
want.
fair to ask,
Okay, so...
and is it even possible to deliver something
You mean to
for
tell
everyone?
me... You mean to tell me that they
Well,
announced the Wii U
As
and then they did
Mr.
two
Iwata
directs and they didn't even
suggested
mention the
with our
Wii
new
U?
home console,
Yeah, that's
this
kind
is
of crazy,
exactly
right?
What we're also aiming for with Nintendo 3DS.
Probably just because it wasn't
that's
coming
coming
out
in
yet,
several
but
ways.
yeah.
Let me start with the things that matter most to gamers.
What the fuck?
Those new headline titles for Nintendo 3DS.
Nintendo! Did they just want to
As you
fucking
just
ruin
saw,
it? Did
we've
they
got
just want to
5
fuck everything
key
up?
ones
That's
to
a
show
What's
great
wrong with
question.
them?
On
This
the
is the
show
right one,
floor,
right? Like,
you'll
are we
see
even
these
watching
games
the right
in
one?
full 3D.
Yeah, yeah.
But here on stage, of course,
What?
we can only offer you
I
2D
don't believe it. I don't believe it.
So, let's
Don't
get
I think
skip
we're
'cause
watching the
it's
wrong
gonna
one.
screw everything up
First
for
off
me.
the line is Mario Kart. It's the game you've enjoyed for years.
I am in disbelief.
But now,
That could not have
it's
been
a
the
tricked-out
timeline.
version you
But it
haven't
was.
driven
We watched
before.
I don't. You just made my brain explode. You're right.
Oh, I remember this trailer though.
You're totally right. This is before the last two directs.
Yeah, this happened first. We're going back in time for this one.
What?
Maple Treeway was such a hype inclusion. Oh, and this was too the airship. Such a good stage. God, I love this game. I should play some of this tonight.
It's just 8 but worse. Like, I would never want to play it.
Just shut up, dog. No. Oh, the castle stage was so good. Dude, this game is so good.
I feel like it's a step down from regular DS. But it's still...
The thing was, like, this game had the perfect, like, cart combination for me that I couldn't quite recreate in 8, sadly.
Yeah?
I mean, 8's a perfect, like, kind of Mario Kart experience. I'm not saying that.
This is the one that
saying, like,
introduced...
mechanically this game beats 8 or anything.
This is the one that introduced the customizable parts.
Yeah, no, this is probably my favorite, though. I love this game.
Okay. I mean, I liked it alright, but it wasn't, you know...
There's just a twinkle in my eye as I'm watching this trailer.
I could never get anyone to play this one. I would play this online sometimes, and that's about it.
Dude, you see, I played it with my friends a lot.
By this time, my friends were not interested in having a DS and
races into the
fucking
stores
playing this shit.
This holiday season.
And we would go back. We played DS after this one came out, like regular.
Oh, really?
DS.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a legendary Mario Kart game as well. I feel like Mario Kart 7 is probably a more forgotten entry. To be honest, no one talks about it anymore because it is so similar to 8 in a lot of ways, but it doesn't feel the same.
The 3D is entirely
It feels like if two Mario Karts feel the most the same, it's 7 and 8.
You've got a choice to make. You can use buttons for traditional
Reggie's presentation voice is so hilarious.
He's so much better than Bill and Miyamoto.
Yeah.
I'm already more engaged.
Turning and tilting the system itself.
He's kicking ass and taking names and playing games.
Turns and climbs and dives.
Making games.
Making games, yeah.
And there's something fun coming to group play too.
Here it is, Star Fox 64.
Yeah, this was so funny, like the dumb like face cams hovering over the.
The Nintendo.
The thing is, I thought that this was kind of my thing where I was bummed out no one played it with me because I got a few of my friends to buy it, but they never played with me.
I didn't get this until I think after the Switch came out.
Down in flames.
Really?
All be there for
I am not a Star Fox guy. I do not care. I could not care less.
In US stores.
It's a good game, man.
I bought the Wii U one the day it came out because it was on Wii U, and you know, the big Wii U mark. But I didn't even try it.
If it's true that
see, I was just so hyped for anything 3DS at the time. It was like I rediscovered Nintendo in 2010.
Then Mario.
So like I was absent until then basically, and then all of a sudden I'm getting all these new games and a whole new system and then another whole new system. It was a fun time to become a fan.
On Nintendo DS. But this is the first
only 48
Mario
dislikes.
Adventure created from scratch for a portable
it's quite
system.
a bit.
Well, to 1.5K likes,
3D,
it's
I think you'll agree
pretty good ratio.
It incorporates quite a tale.
I guess. They didn't even know the name yet. They're just like, this is a Mario game.
I will say, this is a really good game, but what they're showing off looks really slow.
It's not really representing the game very well.
Yeah.
The thing with this game is it doesn't start until after you beat it. The second special worlds are the fun ones.
I think the whole game's fun, but I 100% agree.
I remember they teased really hard that one specific stage was inspired by Zelda.
Yeah,
they really
did.
hyped it up.
Yeah, they really did. I forgot
then
about that.
I got to it and I thought I got the wrong stage. I'm like, what? That couldn't have been it. What? And
yeah, they went out of their way.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
Yeah, they're like, keep an eye out for one stage.
Keep an eye.
Yeah. And I'm like, that couldn't have been the stage. Like, I double and triple checked. I'm like, no, that was supposedly the Zelda stage. Okay. the reference was that it was top down and there was like a red rub.
I remember everyone being like, "Do you see the raccoon Tanuki tail? This means it's going to be like a hybrid of Mario 3 and Mario 64. It's going to be the greatest game ever made."
The year is over.
Remember when them bringing back the Tanuki tail was like a big deal? They're like, dude,
lot of you
we
came
always
away
get
satisfied,
Mario 1
knowing
nostalgia,
at
but we
last
never
that
get
Kid
Mario
Icarus
3.
was returning.
Oh my god, how that has fucking
This
changed.
E3, Mr. Sakurai
Man,
and
when are they going to
Project
milk the
Sora
cape?
are
When is
happy
You know
the
what?
new
I
Mario?
have to give it to them though. People still talk about these games that they're showing. People like. I know you don't
People
like
still
Uprising,
talk
and
about
for me
Kid
being
Icarus
left-handed, it
Uprising.
was a difficult game to try and play. But people do still talk about it.
Who is
Wait,
Pe-
you
who
two
is
know each
talking
other?
about Kid Icarus Uprising?
People online who are wanting a new Kid Icarus.
Look at the size of that squadron.
You haven't seen anyone talk about it?
Aren't you
It's like a
No.
common point of discussion on like Nintendo channels like ours.
Well, I mean, you want to hear the real? I don't watch any of those channels.
These are underworld troops.
That is anti-content to me.
Yeah.
Though the goddess of darkness was defeated long ago.
I don't. Those guys are fucking. This game sucked. Like this was just not a fun game. Even if it didn't hurt your hand to play, it's like nothing special at all.
The control was tough. Well, they're showing the multiplayer off here. I think that actually was kind of special. I think it was cool too that they had a shooter that had like more melee style weapons. They would still shoot, but like the clubs were really cool. Like I really thought it was gorgeous in 3D too. Like, and the voice acting was good. I think they did some cool things with this game, but like I said, like I didn't finish it because it was just too uncomfortable to play. It was so
remember
unnatural, and I remember thinking about buying the Circle Pad Pro just to like experience it better, but I didn't. It
I
was
just
like
remember
really,
my
really
initial
hard to get
dis-
expensive back then.
I remember just my initial like think about the original NES Kid Icarus game. That's
Oh, these
like
cards
a
were cool
weird,
though.
That's a weird like genre mishmash. It was like some shit that we would never seen before. Like unique aesthetic. And just it's a really like it might not be the best NES game, but it's a really cool NES game.
Yeah.
And then this is just a fucking like third person like House of the Dead game. This
Yeah,
sucked.
I really wish it was more like an actual like NES or Game Boy Kid Icarus. I really
It's
did.
literally like a light gun shooter you would play at an arcade. And that's like what it is. And I remember that just being so disappointing to me. Just like instantly, I'm just like, that sucks. I don't want to play that.
Sorry if I had talked over you a little bit, by the way. It's hard to hear you and the video and everything at the same time.
Have you ever listened back to one of these? I talk over you the whole time.
Oh, you do?
And finally, let's talk about that.
Literally all our show is me talking over you. So you can do it to me sometimes too.
First brother of
It's
video
yeah.
games is
It's
back.
this would be a lot easier in person, but you know we sacrifice for the content.
One day we'll do one clip in person.
Yeah,
Not even
an
a full
in-person-
session,
an
just
in-person
one
podcast.
singular. You ever play this one?
Yeah, no, I played like a little bit of it, but I didn't finish it because it wasn't my game, and I didn't play it on my 3DS either. But here's the thing: I've never played like I probably played like an hour tops. I've
Yeah.
never played a Luigi's Mansion game though. Like that was my first time ever even trying one. I haven't touched the GameCube one. I didn't touch the one for Switch. I played the Luigi's Mansion game in Nintendo Land for the Wii U.
That's one of the best ones.
It was a lot of fun. No, dude, Nintendo Land is like the shining gem of the Wii U that can't be on.
It's a great game. Yeah.
The Mario Party sucked though in that system. Having like the way that they were. Just
I have a lot
so-
of fond memories of that Mario Party.
You do? Well, I'm
I
glad
had a lot
you
of
do.
fun with it. That was me and like my Subway work friends. We play that a lot.
Here's the thing though, like with me, I look at that trailer. Nothing about what I just saw is making
That
me
looked
feel like
dead.
I gotta play this. You know what
It's
I mean?
like if you were a huge
Luigi's
Luigi's Mansion
Mansion
mark, you're gonna
2
get it. But
is
like that was not an
not
exciting
a
trailer.
simple
You're right.
revision.
Yeah, I feel like that
It's an
trailer's
entirely
speaking to people
new
who
game,
played Luigi's Mansion 1, which I
making
didn't play,
extraordinary
so...
use
I did.
3D
Well, I've finished
and
Luigi's
featuring
Mansion
not
1 probably
just
like 3 or
one,
4 times in my
but
life. It's
several
it's a
new
neat little
mansions.
game.
Yeah. It's got
but
its
two-
fans.
Two
we
I
first
never even
announced
tried, and it
Nintendo
seems like it
3DS
just got
a
the
year
core
ago,
conceit of the game
we
wrong.
said that a wide
Like,
range
because
of
Luigi's
third-party
Mansion 1 is
developers were
straight up just a
already
Resident
hard
Evil
at work
parody. That's all it really is. and it's like an adventure
Creators
game.
from around
You
the
know,
world.
you go, you're trapped in like a mansion, and there's puzzles, and it's sort of Metroidy, where you unlock abilities to get new places of the mansion, and you go off and do your thing.
I mean,
And
that
then-
sounds pretty good, and also it's not a very long game from what I understand, so...
It's not, but Luigi's Mansion 2 completely changed it by making it level-based, like stage-based.
Wow, so this was fucking up in real time.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
It's just glitching. No, but Luigi's Mansion 2, like, as I said, it's literally like a stage-based game now. It's like you do this room, okay, this room's solved, you go to the next room, that
Oh,
room's
like it's
solved.
linear?
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's not an adventure game anymore.
Hey, Cave Story 3D!
Oh, there it is. You're talking about this.
Well, I don't... this isn't the version I played, and most people don't like that version as much. People like Cave Story Plus.
Yeah, the video's just glitching.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
Oh, it cut out. That's
Yeah,
alright.
it's
They're
been
not
cutting out
showing.
several times.
They're not showing anything cool though, so it's not a big
I
deal.
know, this is like... This is... Dude, they need to ditch the sizzle reel. They still do this in the directs today.
It's like never
This-
cool.
The sizzle reel sucks.
People who really like Metal Gear Solid 3 claim that this is like one of the best versions.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've played through Metal Gear
In
Solid
fact,
3, not one of my
The
favorite
library
games.
of games coming for Nintendo 3DS
I prefer Metal
is
Gear Solid 1 and
unprecedented.
2 much more.
In
Like I like
part,
them a lot more than
That's
3.
because a new world of content
You ever played any of
opened
them?
up overnight.
One sec.
Downloading the enhanced internet browser and the Nintendo eShop will move you well beyond anything.
We're at about the same spot.
Nintendo's
You're maybe a
offered
second
digitally
behind.
Before.
Oh, no, no. Mine
search
mine
for
in
game
here
info,
is off.
and you'll
I'm
find
somehow a little
multiple
out of
videos
sync
and
now. I
screenshots.
wasn't, but...
This
Oh.
week's system update
I'm gonna fix it,
is
though.
also the key to unlocking 10 separate 3D game trailers.
I take that as a no. You've never
And
played Metal Gear
game
Solid.
demos will also be available later this year for either downloadable or retail software. Add to this a virtual console service.
Oh,
just
they're
for
announcing the
Nintendo
virtual
3DS.
console for 3DS right now.
And that means classic portable games starting with
Yeah.
Game Boy and Game Boy Color. It also means classic console titles.
Whoa.
Some dating
Was
from
this
even
mind-blowing or
before
not?
the NES days.
No.
Games given new life
I'm still trying to
with a
sync
3D
mine.
makeover.
It's almost done.
And to make sure you understand how quick and easy this process is,
Do you
for
want to
a
go
limited
back
time,
or
No.
You'll receive
Okay,
a free
fuck it.
3D
Let it ride.
version of an old friend. 3D Classics Excitebike.
Okay.
Yo!
Yeah, this
one
was hype.
Yeah.
Excitebike
This
I
was
had
cool
this.
because the
Now
FOV
27
actually
years
changed
old.
as you adjust the 3D.
doesn't
Yeah,
get
we're
much more
synced again, by the way.
retro
But
than
I
that,
downloaded this, and
but
it was
it's still
so
a
cool,
blast.
but I didn't understand how the game worked, and
But
this
maybe
game
the
made me think that
biggest download
Excitebike
news
sucked.
for
Because
Nintendo
I had never really
3DS
played an NES game.
concerns one of the
Oh.
biggest franchises in video game
Obviously, I feel differently now.
I played a lot of this.
Pokemon.
I probably have maybe 10 hours
For
in
the
it, which
first
is a lot for
time,
fucking
Pokemon will
Excitebike.
spring to life, not only
Pokemon.
in 3D,
Woo! One guy in the back.
also in the real world.
This was before
Owners
Pokemon was
of the
cool.
Pokemon Black
It was like
and
still
Pokemon White
a little
versions
too
are
kiddish.
familiar with the Pokedex.
You know, I feel like,
An
yeah,
item
there was like
given
this
to them
big
in
like
the game that
transition
registers and
point in
indexes
time, and
over
like
150
around exactly this
Pokemon.
time, maybe 2012, or like
Yeah.
suddenly,
Nintendo 3DS
like Yu-Gi-Oh,
enhanced
Pokemon,
Pokedex
anime,
arrived on the
all these
platform.
kinds of things that were like
When
not
you
cool,
first start
just kind of
Pokedex
switched,
3D,
and then
there will
everyone
be
loved them, and
16
everyone
Pokemon
pretended to
registered.
always love them.
Yeah, it was
In
like our
order to
generation,
complete
like we
your
were into it,
Pokedex,
but like anybody.
You'll need to collect
So
the
there,
data for
have
the
you ever heard my
remaining
Pokemon line theory?
via
I apply this to a
maps,
lot of things.
Receive them from friends.
So like
or by
when
scanning special AR
when
markers.
a piece of media catches on
You can
hot with the
search,
children and
sort,
doesn't really
filter
go
the
away,
data in
like some
multiple
things
ways.
go away. Like Power
Making
Rangers
the
was hot for
essential
2 years
tool
and
for
went away.
fans.
Pokemon never really went away. So
It
like
didn't.
it
Pokemon also
it kept
has a
capturing
special
children.
Pokemon
Yeah.
But
AR marker.
If you were older than
And
a
with
certain
it,
age when it came
the
out, you were
Pokemon
just
image
not
can be
into it.
superimposed in
You were not
real-world
into it, and it was
backdrops,
lame, and it
whether
was
that's your
stupid,
living
and you
room
hated it. You
or
probably
the
didn't hate it. You
Grand
just didn't.
Canyon.
It wasn't on your radar.
You can
So there,
assemble a scene
if you
with
are
several
older than
Pokemon
like
together.
38,
Save it
39
to your
years old
SD
right now,
card
like any
and load
older,
it
if
onto
you're like
your
42,
PC to share
if you're
with your
past the
friends.
NES Punks age, then Pokemon is
Pokedex
baby
3D is
shit,
available
and
Yeah,
you
but
don't
I mean,
care.
Ian still
through the
enjoyed it.
Nintendo eShop. on the
Ian's,
Nintendo
I think, a
3DS.
little younger, and
A
also,
little. Yeah.
well, that's what I'm saying. Is like Ian's like right on the line.
Do you remember
and
this, by the
Patty's
way,
above the
Pokédex
line.
3D? Because I downloaded this and I remember
Yeah.
it was just nice to look at the nice 3D models in 3D.
I do
And
remember
you'll
this.
only
Yeah.
need a couple
It's-
of
I
clicks
actually
to
forgot
find
about
your
this.
complimentary Pokédex. It's our gift to you.
But it's like if you're below the line, there's a
In
good
all,
chance you were exposed to it as a
Nintendo
kid. So you think
3DS
it's like you're more
means
open to it being
social,
cool. But if you were older,
means
it was just a hard
connection.
no. Hard no.
Dude,
It
it wasn't
redefines
until
interaction,
2013
and it
that
delivers
the
it all
first
in
actual
full
3DS
3D
Pokemon
display.
game came out. That's crazy. They're like, hey, but hold
sense
up.
to me.
Of course.
Here's
There's
Pokédex, but
one
like you're
more
not going to get
order
an
of business
actual
left for
game
us today.
until like late
To make a
2013.
proper
Well, remember what I
introduction
was saying about how Game
to a
Freak's
new
always
gaming
late to
companion.
everything.
Yeah.
I was complaining about that
You
when
might
our
remember
worst
how
Nintendo
the
waits
Wii name
video, which
began
I
to make
might not
perfect sense
even aired because we're doing
once you
these
started
jumbled.
hearing it.
Yeah,
But-
true.
Well, anyway, I said that the
was
wait
Oh, here
for
it
the
is.
first
Wii.
We all had playing together.
the wait for the first Pokemon
even
game
with
took forever.
people who weren't gamers before.
He's talking about the Wii being
But in
Wii.
thinking about a new Nintendo system,
You can't spell
we knew
Wii without
the prevailing
you.
thought would be
Wait.
this. Yes, the game will probably still be right for all of us.
What
But
about
could it
you?
also be a perfect fit just for you?
Oh my gosh.
And the answer
This
to
is
that
so
question
sad.
is an
This is
emphatic
awesome.
absolutely.
We're witnessing
I
history.
keep thinking he's going to say yes.
so
He always
convinced of
uses like a slightly
that we
different
put
word
that
than I'm
pronoun
expecting.
right
Instead of
in the
yes,
name.
he said absolutely.
So today, welcome to the world.
He's the king of
Wii
that.
U.
He said it.
There
Here
it
it
is.
is.
It's a system
The crowd doesn't even
we
know what to
will
think.
all
They don't know what it
enjoy
is.
Together, but also one that's tailor-made for you.
I'm going bonkers
other word
right now. Like
associations
when this was
are
happening,
easy.
I was freaking
Really?
out.
Is it
Oh, of course.
unique,
That's so sad.
unifying, maybe even utopian?
I mean, like I skipped school to watch
The
these.
answer
Yeah.
I'm like,
is also
new
yes
Nintendo.
to
Yay.
all of this. And here's
Another
the reason
yes. The
why.
way he said the answer is also yes reminded
This
me
is
of a
the new
question of
controller
character.
for Wii U.
And I remember
Yo.
they changed it to joysticks. It was going to be like the
It's
3DS
different
sticks.
It
from
was. Yeah.
anything you've played before.
The
It's
back, it
infinitely
looks a little
complex
different too. The
and
buttons
yet
were different.
Perfectly simple, all at the same time.
This was my
can
Zelda
change
Wii
the
U. I
way
saw
you
this
game
and was like,
personally,
"That's the tablet I want."
can change
And then when
the
it
way
changed to
you interact
joysticks, it
with
was.
your
Jason,
family,
you're
it was
hurting my heart
different.
right now.
I'm
To
kidding.
begin explaining, let's take a little quick peek at Wii U in action.
It would have been worse though with the fucking circle pads.
Because
I'm
like
glad
it's
they
a
changed
big
it.
difference in timing for me. Because like this E3 2011, I was already in college, and you're a bit younger than me. So like,
Yeah, I was in
It's,
high school.
time to watch
Yeah.
some baseball.
Okay.
I remember this. Hey, it's time to watch some baseball.
And a runner on second. Hernandez is on the mound.
I might have been
Here
out
comes
of
the
Pokemon
3-1 pitch.
at this time. I might not have cared that much right now. There was like a good 2 or 3 years where I didn't care about Pokemon.
You see,
Until I
I was
had-
actually. They're showing this now. I was extremely excited for this game for New Super Mario Bros. U.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was. I don't know how other people were feeling. That's the thing. Like, I wasn't really part of the culture. I didn't really
Yeah.
know what people were saying about stuff at the time, but I was excited
Yeah.
for it. Oh, you can play Go?
Wow.
Jeremy Parrish in the corner, excited. Played
We
100
might have been
versions
at
of this
this.
game.
There's a decent chance he was here.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
true.
didn't he-
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
His more like classic journalist phase. This right here looked like, okay, I don't care about that.
I never got Wii Sports on Wii U. I still kind of want it. Just to have Wii Sports in HD. There are very few notable Switch game or Wii U games I never got, and this is one of them. Only because
Like
it
you needed
never,
to see the golf like hit it out of the sand there. Like,
This is one of those games I think that went up in price.
really?
Yeah, because it got like a limited release, and it was, $60, and then they never reprinted it, so it
They
rose
still have
to
the
like
balance
80.
board.
Yeah, I mean you
Yeah.
can use that on Wii U.
Oh,
This
come
gun
on.
never came out.
Yeah. For
This
good
game
reason.
never
I mean,
came
look at that.
Yeah, what
That's
they're
ridiculous.
showing here, this wasn't a part of anything. I'm gonna shoot Miyamoto? Jesus. Yeah, as I'm saying, they don't show the system. This is why everyone was confused, because they're like only showing things you can do with a tablet. So like the laymen were confused that they thought this was just connected to the regular Wii. But us like in the know, like us super nerds knew, because they were talking about it all. What the fuck is this feature?
Yeah,
That
I
is-
know. Like, what is this?
That's not. They never did
Stop. Like, what are you doing?
The web browser on the Wii U was fire. It was like before I had a tablet. This was my tablet. Like I used a lot of the web browser on Wii U.
Did you never have a like a? Wasn't there even one on the DS?
Yeah, but it was nowhere near as good as the Wii U.
Oh,
The
okay.
Wii U
There
web
was one on
browser
the
actually-
PSP. I remember.
But the Wii U web browser
This is
was a
what
lot
drove
better.
people mad forever.
Yeah.
That footage right there, they should have just not shown it.
Yeah. They knew this wasn't going to be a game, but they showed it anyway. They had to get people excited. Sorry. Link, like, bringing down
Yeah.
the U. That was
Squeeze
like,
pop.
the crowd like, doesn't even know how to
"Oh,
react.
Okay, all right.
People are like, okay.
I believe this video may have answered some questions.
Iwata right there
But
knows
probably
the fate of the Wii U. He's like, oh
There are
no.
others too.
Yeah, he's
So,
definitely 100% accurate. Where he says, "I believe this video would have answered some questions, but probably raises several others." It's like, yeah, no kidding, dude.
Have to occupy the
What a
TV
fuck up by
in
not
order to be
showing the
played.
system. Even though the system like was not
But
much
the
to
new
look at,
controller
just like put
for
it
Wii U
in the
with
same image with the tablet.
6.2-inch
Yeah.
screen built in
I see what you mean. See, like this is what I remember. I thought you meant they didn't even
your
show the
gameplay
controller,
when
because
someone else comes into
that
the
would have
room
made
and
zero
wants
sense to me.
watch a TV program.
Yeah.
Of course, it's backward compatible. So
Backward
all Wii
compatible.
games, Wii remote controllers, and
Wow,
other accessories
but not
such
GameCube
as the
games.
Wii Balance Board can be used. For example,
Didn't it play GameCube
to
still?
weigh yourself
No, well, digitally. You could rebuy some
Dang.
games digitally.
to use the big screen TV. But this device is
does
designed
not
to
play the
appeal
discs.
to all people, particularly the most experienced and dedicated players. We believe you will love the variety of play controls enabled by the new controller.
I did have fun with it. It was
Analog
just,
trackpad pads, a plus
Yeah.
control pad, as well as both
I'm still
DL and
excited for
ZR
Switch
buttons.
2, the fact that they can't just pillage the Wii U library for content anymore. They're going to have to
Also,
actually come out with new
enable
games.
The Rumble feature.
They never
That's
re-released
all.
Switch Sports or
The
an
Wii U
esports
controller
club.
also
They never
But
did
there's
Paper
so
Mario
few
Color
to tap
Splash.
now. You know what I mean? Like they slowly did like the whole library
They
basically.
didn't do Game and Wario.
Game and Wario. You're right. That would be good.
And an inward
I think
Well,
that's
no,
now
it uses the thing too much.
Just as with
I think
Nintendo
that's now
3DS,
my most expensive Wii U
was
game. Game
How
and
much
Wario
is it?
now.
created so that
It's like $100
the
game.
widest variety of games
Yeah.
can be
Because
supported.
Xenoblade Chronicles X was, but
That
like the
means
price for that is
those
plummeted
aimed
because they're
at
porting it now.
experienced
Yeah,
players
yeah.
Who can handle a number of buttons and a circle path using both their hands.
I'm a nerd. I fucking
And
keep track of my
those
most
games,
expensive
which
game.
can
I
be
don't.
played
Just kinda, you know.
really
Updating
intuitively
prices.
without the
Oh,
need
man.
for
Yeah.
any
I mean,
button
I don't, but like I
or
could
stylus
think.
input.
Yeah.
of just
But you know what the
using
top
them.
one is, generally.
Yeah, yeah. I could probably do it for most of my
It was
systems.
What's your most
not
expensive
designed to
Saturn
be a
game?
portable
I
video
have
game.
like 5 Saturn games, and none of them are worth any money either.
Probably the Nights into Dreams one.
I didn't own that. That was a burned DVD or CD.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, I didn't own most of them. I own like
He's
5 games.
making jokes. He didn't actually theft a Saturn game. He
No,
had
no,
the
I
physical
didn't.
box and everything.
All right.
You can play
Saturn games, you need to take out a mortgage just to buy the bad
Connect
ones.
with
So it's
an
like not.
HDTV
I don't have like anything for
in the
that.
It's an
traditional
expensive
way.
system.
And you can
It's
enjoy
like
the
yeah, it's
most
like behind Neo
up-to-date,
Geo. It's like the second most
high-quality
expensive.
HD images, even without using the screen in your hands. Or you can place the
My most
new
expensive
controller
Genesis
by
game is
itself
probably
on a table
either Michael Jackson
and
or
play
Phantasy Star 4.
without the
I don't
need
know which one.
for a TV at all. Or games
Yeah,
can
but
be
you know they used to
structured
do this in the
use
early
two
directs a lot
screens at
too.
the
They
same
would show
time.
you something and then spend
Example you
like
saw
just
on
as
the
long
video
or
earlier,
longer explaining
such as
what you
playing
just saw.
baseball,
We don't really
Golf,
need an explanation
using
for
the
any of
news
this. Like, we
I
saw
know,
it.
like this is not the.
only
These are not the
active
questions
or
people had when they saw the trailer. He
Yeah.
was right that
We
people,
decided
would raise
on
questions,
this
but
new
This was
structure
not
for
any of
Wii
them.
U
Yeah.
yeah.
because we want to create a strong bond between games, your
And we are
TV,
currently 48
and
minutes and 50 seconds deep into
and
this.
also similar one
How much time is
between
left? We still
you,
got another
your
Yeah.
friends,
22
and
minutes.
your family, all
I mean, maybe they'll
interacting
show
with
some
the phone.
games.
Yeah, they've got to,
This
right?
can
I
include
I
web
cannot
browsing,
believe
using the big
that
screen
the
for
fuck we
sharing
already
the
reacted to two
photos
directs.
or
They
videos
happened after
you
this.
found online.
I know.
Or
That is kind of crazy
enjoying
when you
video
think about
chat
it. Like,
on
and
the
it was
Wii U
some
console,
time passed between them.
even while
Those were
watching
two
a
lame
TV
duck
program.
directs. No wonder they weren't that good.
Yeah.
It's a new structure for home entertainment.
This is like the equivalent of getting a
But to
Switch
be
1
sure,
direct
the
right
most
now. That's what we
important
were
factor
reacting
for
to.
gamers,
Yeah. Yeah.
how this new structure
fuck?
can be
I didn't even realize. That's so
gameplay.
stupid. Oh
So,
man.
let's hear first from the developer who has given the most thought so far to
The
new
Wada doesn't even know what
possibilities,
he's saying anymore.
Mr. Miyamoto.
Oh, okay. So,
We can make games that you play only in
Oh,
the
look,
palm
and
of
Iwata
your
asks.
hands, even when something else is on TV. And
Wow.
you can also make entertainment that uses both the TV and the smaller screen. It's up to the designers to decide how to use this based on what is
It's up
best
to
for the
the
games they're
designers.
making.
Yeah.
The hardware
you know how
well,
they
they
used it?
just
The
a
games
game
can
for
be
a TV
designed
that
both
could be
ways.
played on the controller
More than anything,
99% of the
I'm
time.
really looking forward to new styles.
You can
of play
draw
in ways we
custom
haven't thought
plays
of
in
yet.
Madden
I
on the
think this has a lot
gamepad.
of
That's cool.
possibilities. And
It
there are
was
so many,
cool.
we're just
It's a
trying to
shame that
decide
the
where to
game
begin.
itself is not good.
You see, I thought EA famously was not
There
on
won't
the
be a
Wii
shortage
U.
of ideas.
They were on at
I
first,
think
and
as
then
the
when
third-party
their initial run of
developers are
games didn't do
also
well, they
thinking
jumped
up all
off.
of their own
Okay.
new ideas, then our vision for the future of the Wii U
You have to remember
console will
the,
include numerous,
There was optimism for this
numerous
thing. It
ways to
wasn't
play.
dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Like they got the launch lineup. They actually had quite a few third parties involved, and then they all just kind of.
It's true. Ubisoft with Zombie U, the worst named game
Yeah.
of all time.
You ever play that?
No. It looked so bad, I wasn't going to buy that. That looked like garbage to me. Some people would
got it.
say it was fun, but I was like, come on, though. This is like. It looked simultaneously like a zombie game and like it was for babies. I'm being a hater right now, but the game looked bad.
I remember forcing my first ever girlfriend to play that with me, and she was not into it at all.
We were discussing which platform
I know.
for
She would
Did you
rather
like
have been.
Because I haven't played it, so my opinion doesn't matter on this.
Well, because what happened was she wasn't into it, so I wasn't into it. So it's like,
Oh, okay.
Because I
Things
heard
really
that
do
the-
be like that when you're in high school.
I heard that this was after high school. I heard that the asynchronous multiplayer. I must not have gotten it when it came out then. The asynchronous multiplayer was really good. I heard, so I wanted to try that.
on both platforms. Well, since his team is still
Thinking I was
involved
cool
in
enough to
the
have a
final
girlfriend in
one,
high school. Come on now.
for
Get the
Kid
fuck outta
Icarus,
here.
Maybe I shouldn't go into any details today. But I think I have
Look at me
just
making assumptions.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers will be developed for Nintendo 3DS and for Wii U, and that the software will work together in some fashion. Of course, this is a
They never
product
really
for the
did,
future.
right?
No.
Here in LA.
I can't
could
think
you
of
do?
one
There
instance.
is
I can't
Wii U
either.
software.
Yeah, they'll work together sometimes, will they?
Let me call
I can't even think of, like, a
Reggie
fringe
back onto
use
the
for
stage
that.
and ask him to
Yeah.
explain.
Maybe Pokemon Bank somehow? No, I can't
No,
think.
because the Wii U didn't get anything
Mr.
Pokemon
Wada.
related.
Yeah,
at
it
all.
really didn't. The Wii U got nothing.
Stating that Wii U will change
They got
the way
the
you
Pokemon
play
fighting
games
game, whose name I already
is a
forgot.
pretty bold assertion.
What was that called?
So this week,
I don't
we're
know.
providing
Pokemon
tangible
Tournament.
Pokken
Tournament?
Tournament?
Center.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
going
They
to
got that.
find 8 different interactive
People
Was
did
that
like
it?
that.
That couldn't have been the only one.
Please note,
My Wii. I can't
those
see the
from
titles from
Nintendo
here.
are not prototypes of actual games. They're just interactive.
Yeah, I guess they just like
demonstrations.
they didn't do consoles yet. So
Let
yeah,
me show you
we didn't
just
get
an
Pokemon.
early
on Wii U.
example of what this system can do.
Oh, an early
What a
example
mistake.
of what this system can do. That reminds me a little bit of the Xbox Project Scorpio thing. Let's see what this monster can do.
They're
Whoa,
bringing back
look at what it can
Calibri?
do.
What is this?
I like how the lens flare looked like ass. It looked worse than Ocarina of Time lens flare.
I don't even have
this
a
is
guess
a
as to what
compressed
this
video.
Is this Ninja Gaiden? Like, what are they teasing?
I don't remember this at all, honestly.
I think this is Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden Black, did that come to this?
Yeah, well, I don't know which one came to it, but one of them did.
We're talking about an Xbox game, like Xbox One. Like
Yeah,
the
but it
first
came to
Xbox,
Wii U.
I mean. I hate how they named their systems. A lot of this bird flying to trees.
What is this, like Monster Hunter? What the fuck is going on?
No,
What is
dude,
this?
this is. Let's see what this can do.
They
And
wouldn't
this
lead
is
with
what they're
Monster Hunter.
showing.
In 2011, they wouldn't have led with Monster Hunter. You're right. Nowadays, you can lead a direct with that, but not back then. This isn't even like that impressive. It's like, okay.
It's not. It's not
It
impressive.
wasn't even a game.
What?
Let me highlight a couple of more experiences. And to do that,
What was
I'm going to
that?
focus on how the
That
new
was just
controller
these are
can change
graphics.
things.
What?
These will be graphics in 2015.
Oh, dude, it looks so bad.
Like New Super Mario Brothers
You ever see the
Wii,
realistic Mario face and it
this
says
conceptual
these will be
state,
graphics in
it's being
2013?
called
That's what they just
New
did.
Super Mario
Oh,
Brothers
man.
Mii.
Dude, the whole
That's
time I
right.
was like,
Your
what
Wii
even is this?
plays
It doesn't
right
even look like a
alongside
game,
Mario,
but maybe it is, and
and
it's
you can
not.
watch
It's
the
just.
action on
That's what they
either
were
of the
using to
screens.
show off the graphics?
Wait a second.
Second,
Did you see that screenshot of
the
New Super
controller
Mario U?
can now
Yeah,
take
there
the
was a
game
pyramid.
world off the TV
No, there were, you could play as
and
Mii's
spread it
apparently
all
early
around
on.
Oh, really?
letting you peer
I didn't
in
look that
from
closely.
any angle.
In the screenshot, the characters
This
were
one
Mario,
is called
Luigi, and two
shield
Mii's.
pose.
Dang.
And if you don't move
That would've
the
been
new
cool. Why'd they get rid of
controller
that?
Not two
back and
toads?
forth, up and down,
No, it was two
pirate
Mii's.
arrows are going to come from you from all directions and find
Unless they
your
just
mark.
hallucinated that.
Reggie just misspoke and had to correct. Do you think he knows it's not going well?
Chase Me is set in
Oh,
a
Chase Me's fun.
familiar-looking Nintendo world. But that world looks very different depending whether you're holding a Wii remote
Whoa.
or the new controller. If you've got the new controller,
Using the exact
you've
same
got a
Wii remotes
bird's
too,
eye
it's
view
kind of.
the four
yeah.
folks trying to catch you.
And this
that
came
definitely
out
improves
and
the
it was
response.
like the first
On the show
HD
floor, make sure
console
to
I
try
remember.
both
It was like for Nintendo, which was so weird.
Well,
Finally,
This was the
we applied
first
that
console
same
to ever
idea
come bundled with an
to create a
HDMI
different
cord.
kind of shooter.
Like, total.
Really?
Galactic
The
fighters on
Xbox and
ground are
PS3
shooting
wouldn't
up
get
at
it to
a
you.
spaceship.
Not even the
And
Elite?
up there,
Nope.
the pilot is looking down, blasting away from his viewpoint.
They still came
I'll warn
bundled
you
with
in
the
advance.
composot cables.
It's not easy.
Wow, that's crazy.
But man,
That's
it's a lot of fun.
no, right?
I didn't even know the Elite had like
to
the
repeat,
composite
What I've just
output.
described
They all
are
have composite, yeah.
prototypes,
The
not
360, the
actual
Slim
games.
360 has composite output.
But I can announce one title that is in development for Wii U.
What is it? is it?
Nintendo will publish the Lego City Stories in partnership with
Yes!
Games,
Yes!
a Warner Brothers Entertainment
Yes!
company. This will be a new installment in the Lego series
Oh,
that
yes.
sold over
Jason,
6
how are you
million
feeling
copies
at this point in the
in North
presentation when you
America
watched it
and Europe.
originally as a kid?
More
I
than
think,
half
I mean,
of
I was
those
excited.
have
I got
sold
this
on Nintendo
game. I
platforms.
Yeah.
played through this
It
game.
seemed pretty cool,
Only
honestly. Like,
fitting
Yeah,
that Lego
it's not
yeah,
bad.
GTA Lego.
a new open world
Even
game
back then, I was a big
packed
Lego
with action,
Island mark, and I
humor,
just was.
and a whole
I wanted
city
any
full of
shred of
Lego
recognition
vehicles
in this game for
is
anything in
coming
that game, and there
exclusively
wasn't, of
to
course.
both Wii
That's too
U
bad.
There never is. They never
and
reference
Nintendo
Lego Island. They
3DS.
pretend it doesn't exist.
I played a lot of Lego
In
Island.
fact,
I remember
developers
just
from
watching
around
the Lego
world
movie, just
see the
hoping
vast
for, like, in the
promise
background of Pepper
Wii
or the
U.
Brickster or something, and they did
But you don't
not.
have to take
Dang.
my word for it.
Yeah.
Here's
Sad.
a sample of what they're saying.
What are people
Once we
saying?
saw the new console
Oh,
together
look.
with the new controller, my mind immediately started racing to what we
Yes,
can do with this
EA,
in
we are
the
behind the Wii
There
U.
was total shock and amazement.
All
you know,
these
from
people
the
that are
team.
going to abandon them in 1 year.
Army knife of controllers. It does absolutely everything you could want.
This new controller really revolutionizes the traditional pad. Connectivity, advanced graphic, an engaging interface.
The ability to have asymmetrical gameplay. So one player could be doing one thing while another player could be doing something else on the TV.
友達の対戦やってるのを
Oh
阻
my
害せ
God.
ず、隣の
They don't seem like they're like super faking it, honestly, but they probably just thought since the Wii was a success and they didn't understand that at first, that they don't understand this, and I guess Nintendo knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Console gaming experience in bed on this, you know,
They
on this
did
smaller
jump
screen.
ship very
That's a
early.
really
Yeah,
revolutionary thing.
all
yeah,
of
they
them.
found out pretty quickly that this was not the Wii.
Games of a sort that we were never able to make before.
Man, I remember hating Ubisoft
It's
so
a
much
platform I think that's gonna really
for
revolutionize what's happening in
delaying the
console.
Rayman game and not making it an exclusive.
We're planning on putting Dark
I still have not played that game to that day.
Really?
To this day. Yeah.
16年の歴史の中で、
Tekken.
実は
I swore I would not play it. Even though I liked Returns, I swore I would not play the other one.
I
What was it called? It's
respect
not
that
called
level of petty.
In
It's called
Assassin's Creed,
Origins.
you can
Yeah, and
just
the other one's called
imagine
Legends, and I
what the
never played it.
multiplayer will look like with multiple screens. And our Ghost Recon Online will leverage
I mean,
the fantastic connectivity.
I'm
Do you
not
remember
stupid.
Ghost Recon? Man, that's a dead franchise.
I think I had a 3DS one that was like a strategy game.
The 3DS one looked like, yeah, it was different from
We couldn't be more
the
excited to be able to
regular
bring
Ghost
the power
Recon
of EA
games. Like
Sports
I had
to
a
Nintendo's
Ghost
new
Recon
console.
game for the
It's not
360
just,
because it came with my
more of the same.
360.
It
I
really
think.
is opening up a whole new world of games.
I think
like
I
a
had
bundle.
one as a
Exactly
Goodwill
what it
game,
takes
didn't I?
to shape the future.
Maybe.
It was some like weird stealth game. I'm pretty sure I played one of them in my Goodwill thing.
Are we about to see something cool?
The fuck is this?
Darksiders 2.
Alright. I don't really know what it is, but sure.
Darksiders is kind of like a Zelda clone that's like aesthetics of like Brutal Legend. But it plays, it's like an Ocarina of Time clone. Yeah.
Interesting.
People liked them.
One of these transitions.
Dirt. You know who likes Dirt?
Who?
Classic game Mark.
Really?
Yeah.
He likes
one of his most recent reviews is for Dirt 5.
Yeah. He likes
Aliens.
racing.
I've never played one of these games, but I know the one that came out in like 2019 or 2020 or whatever people really liked.
I finally listened to Mark's entire panel at the Pittsburgh Retro
Was it good?
Expo recently. It's a lot of what you might expect. A lot of
Watch
he
Mojo
doesn't get it.
referenced.
No.
Okay.
I think he's gotten over that. But
Yeah,
there's a lot of him speaking candidly about the channel and him not under. The thing is with Mark is he admits readily that he doesn't understand what's going
Yeah.
on.
You should, honestly, you should link me that panel. I'd like to watch it.
It's on Game Closet's channel.
Okay.
If I've ever shown you Game Closet.
No, but that's enough for me to look up.
Game Closet's cool. I like it. Wow.
The sad thing is, like, yeah, nothing graphically was going to do it for anything. It was like, hey, here's what you can already play on every other console.
Exactly.
But now you can play it on Nintendo.
Yeah, like none of this is like why like there's not a good value proposition exactly. Because you can get all the stuff on anything else.
Are you kidding? Not a good value proposition? You can use the gamepad to draw your own cringe
Eyebrows,
leather
yeah.
jacket emblem. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge.
Yeah.
And then they got that guy to make Devil's Third. Do you own that?
No, I don't. I wish I did. Honestly, I should probably get it because I feel like it's the cheapest now. It's probably ever gonna be.
Yeah, honestly. It's only going to get more expensive.
Even if it's like a $300 game now or whatever it is, like it's gonna be thousands in like 10 years.
Yeah, it's not going to get any easier.
Yeah.
I don't know about thousands, but yeah.
I think it could be. I think it could be. It's gonna be the one Wii U game that you
think
is
so?
Yeah.
Everything you see this week is just the first pass. We've got a lot to look
I
forward
hope
to
so.
when they arrive.
Because that wasn't that
in final
good.
form.
I'm very
Yeah,
happy that
yeah,
so
honestly.
many developers already are responding to the potential for creating a new structure for home video game systems, the one we were proposing with
Oh, and this was the E3 that they did the Triforce photo with Iwata and Miyamoto and Reggie, right?
and wider appeal.
I don't
Where
know
they're
what you're
standing
talking
outside and they put their fists together.
I don't know what picture you're talking
We
about. You have
have
to show me.
invited
Okay.
Electronic Arts, the most successful independent publisher in industry history, to join us on stage. Please join me in welcoming
What are they talking about?
the CEO of EA, Mr.
Oh
John
my
Licata.
God! Oh, aged
Welcoming
like
the
milk.
guy who's gonna backstab you in less than a year.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, thank you, Iwata-san, and thank you, Reggie. Over the years, I've made E3 appearances with several
Look
companies.
at this guy's
but
face.
Never before with Nintendo.
What do you mean Madden on Wii U
What
only
brings us
sold
together
200,000
today is a
copies? All
breakthrough in our
right,
relationship
gone.
Based on a stunning breakthrough in game technology. What Nintendo's new console delivers speaks directly to the players.
This
of
guy
EA
has
Sports
such a
EA games.
mousiness about him.
Nintendo's new console will produce brilliant high-definition graphics.
I don't
and
like
new
this
gameplay
guy.
opportunities. We look forward to seeing
He
great
probably doesn't
EA
even like
content
himself.
on this new platform.
This guy is like
Imagine playing football
Christian Bale and American Psycho meets Saul Goodman from Breaking
all
Bad.
that play calling off the big screen, leaving you with a sharper, more personal, more immersive HD experience. Imagine a shooter like Battlefield with
Whoa.
jaw-dropping
Did they ever put a
graphics
Battlefield on Wii U? I don't think they did.
Imagine a shooter like Battlefield with jaw-dropping graphics.
that breakthrough controller.
That
Now
breakthrough
imagine those games
controller.
with an open online functionality that allows you to download new content.
They're reusing
find
Madden
matches,
footage. They already showed
compete
those
on
plays.
leaderboards, and participate in a global community.
They tried really hard for this, okay?
Imagine these EA games on a console with content, gameplay, and community.
EA is
being
hurting
extended
now.
To mobile, social networks,
EA never
as
got
well
on the
as web.
Switch. They felt so burned by the Wii U
Over
that they just
past
didn't even do the
months,
Switch.
We've been telling
Yeah.
our employees and
Which, like,
consumers that
who
EA is
cares?
undergoing a
Their games
transformation.
suck.
We're changing games from the thing that you buy.
I literally couldn't tell you the last EA game I
Nintendo's
purchased.
next console is truly transformational.
It would have to have been like
A better
the Two
platform
Towers on
ever been
GameCube.
offered by
Like, I have not
Deeper
had
online
any interest in this company for the
driven
longest
by an
time.
unprecedented partnership between Nintendo.
I mean, if you
and
don't
Sony.
count all my Madden games, I
Thank
can't
you.
either.
We can't
Yeah.
wait to see EA games on this new system.
Like, I knew, like, the second it was announced that EA Battlefront was going to be trash.
Thank you, John. I want to conclude this morning by asking you to
That's all they
consider
got? They just got
four
EA?
platforms.
Wow.
Well, they had more in that, like, big demo thing. But yeah, if you're going to get anyone, EA is not exactly the most
Nintendo
exciting
3DS
for the Nintendo audience. But I guess they're trying to, you know, make it appealing to people who wouldn't normally buy a Nintendo system.
Each of these platforms
Yeah, I mean, they were
is
courting the
unique,
Xbox audience, which,
they
you know.
share a
This is kind of a telling graphic here. DS to 3DS and Wii to Wii U. It's like, yeah, hey, we're doing the same thing. And then they put up a big thing that says innovation. Ugh.
The thing is, whenever the game consoles come out that are like a half generation, like a half step, right? Like the Wii U was. It came out, you know, well, the 360 and the PS3 were still going strong. We were like a year or two away from the 4 and the Xbox One. Whenever
And
they
the
like
original
try
3DS, I owned it. It was honestly not that elegant. The XL was just better in every way.
to hold Wii U's new controller
I was just
in
saying, like,
your
whenever
hands and find
whenever
out
there's like a
what
half step up,
happens
it's never a good
second
idea to
window
like
opens
tout
to your
the
game
graphical
world.
improvements over the other ones because you're
Yeah.
gonna
Our
get
presentation this
smashed
morning is just
into
the
a
beginning.
billion pieces
And the
in due
experience
time.
continues
Like very
right
soon.
now,
That's what happened to the
whether you're
Dreamcast.
here in the
That's
Notebook
what happened to the Wii
Well,
U.
the Dreamcast, I think, held up pretty well.
No.
If you're here on
It's
site,
not even close. It's not even close, man.
Hands-on begins
It's like
with
that.
those
The jump
key
to the Dreamcast, like the
Nintendo
PS2,
3DS games
is crazy.
as
It's like it's
soon
a
as
full
you walk out
generation
the
jump.
doors
Like
behind
it
you.
just is.
Well, yeah, it's
outside
you're right.
same
It's that
table
half
where you
step
checked in.
awkwardness. Yeah.
It's a special chance.
It's
to
like
get
a
jump
Saturn
start on the
Plus
show.
instead of like a PS2 minus.
When you're
which-
over
It's a
at the
Saturn
convention
plus
center,
plus plus.
There's also
I
hands-on
guess.
with 8 Wii U experiences, as well as a celebration of Zelda, the 25th.
Just like how this was kind of like
See,
a
this
Wii
is
Plus.
still nice. Like you get the Zelda 25th.
And for all
It's
of
just
you who've
man,
been
the Wii
watching
U was.
online, first of all,
The thing is,
thanks for
the
joining
Zelda 25th was literally just advertising Zelda 25th. There was no new product attached to that.
Yeah, there really wasn't.
Like we already knew about Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time 3D.
Yeah, like they would have come out anyway. They just kind of tacked on Zelda 25th to those. The Symphony is the only real thing that was unique.
I remember when Ocarina of Time 3D came out, I was so disappointed that they didn't. My understanding was that the whole soundtrack was going to be redone in orchestra. I didn't think there was any way they were just going to have the N64 music. I thought it was going to be full Zelda Symphony music, redone the whole thing, and I was so disappointed that it was just the N64 music.
You see, this is like, I remember that period of time, people were like, is it MIDI or is it an orchestra? But I never really cared, honestly.
in short,
I cared.
at home,
I cared,
or
damn it.
I
on-site
cared.
here in LA.
But for
You've got
Zelda
incredible
3DS,
new game
like
worlds to
Ocarina of Time,
explore
I hadn't even heard that rumor, so.
Oh,
On
yeah, I
behalf
was.
of all of us,
Sega,
thanks for your attention today,
Capcom, nice,
and let
Square
the
Enix.
exploration begin.
I didn't find out until like I got the
Enjoy the
game
show.
too. I was just like, what? No. Where's the setting to change the music to the orchestra? No.
All right.
This is what we're ending on. Yay.
Well,
Okay, well,
yeah.
that was the Wii U announcement.
It certainly was, wasn't it?
They went a whole fucking year almost without even mentioning it again. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like they definitely have changed everything about their like reveal strategy.
Yeah, for the better.
Yeah.
That was terrible. That sucked.
Yeah. That wasn't
wonder
very
that
good,
thing
was it?
failed. No wonder that thing failed. That sucked.
Well, yeah, we didn't even get to see Nintendo Land. They probably waited until
Yeah,
well, no, we
that
saw
was-
the chase.
Okay, so that was next E3 then, because I remember
Yeah.
Nintendo Land being the one more thing, and everybody was so disappointed.
Oh, that's too
That's
bad.
what it was.
Yeah.
Well, because you're expecting like, dude, Zelda, big Mario, fucking like anything exciting, and no,
Yeah.
it's Nintendo Land, which was ended up being a good game, but it wasn't a good like trailer game.
Mhm.
If you feel what I'm saying there.
I do.
Yeah.
I feel it.
All right, well, yeah, that was our reaction to that. So
Yeah, our reaction to Nintendo's E3 2011 to prime us for our ongoing series where we react to every direct.
yeah, because remember, we explained in the beginning, but the third one is like all Wii U focused, and we
We
thought
just
it would be
wanted kind of
unwise.
like this primer that is longer than that direct even is. So, yeah, here we are.
Stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe.
Yeah, and we stayed up till 1:43 in the morning for this, so please hit that like button.
We always do that though.
Yeah, we do. We stay up later.
All right,
Peace.
peaches.